I live in Lebanon, and banks literally screwed and whole one day you woke up, yo guys, your money is gone. I actually experienced firsthand how the establishment and centralized shit can literally fuck you. So when you're in Web3, you're actually doing a revolution against every single government, against the traditional monetary system, which is like my favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
I know we gotta fight CBDC and all the regulations and shit, but we're ready for it.
What's good, everyone? Thank you for joining us and welcome to the Web3 experience. Every week, we meet with the most innovative minds across culture, business, and technology to discuss how Web3 is unlocking a new era of opportunity for entrepreneurs, businesses, and creators alike.
By speaking with the builders of tomorrow and hearing their unique perspectives on Web3 and the world at large, we aim to break down the many existing societal frameworks that blockchains aim to disrupt.
I'm your host, Mozy.
And I'm Freelance.
And welcome to the show.
What's good, everyone? Welcome to the next episode of the Web3 experience. Today, we're here with Threadgirl.eth. I'm your host, Mozy, and I'm Freelance. Welcome to the Web3 experience. So we like to start off, just tell us a little bit about your journey getting into crypto and Web3 and, what about like the culture, the ideals, the technology that really drew you in?
Such a good question. So I think Mozy is gonna relate to this a bit. I live in Lebanon and we went through a huge economic crisis here, right? And the banks, wait, can we swear in this podcast?
Yeah. Screw. Absolutely.
Yeah. So the banks literally screwed and whole property, right? And one day you woke up, yo guys, your money is gone. And that's when I really got into crypto because I needed a place to like put my money, and I started investing bit by bit, and I found like the decentralization behind it incredible, and it's what I was missing, especially that I actually experienced firsthand how the establishment and centralized shit can literally fuck you. So then I got a bit into NFTs and I went straight from there to ENS Domains.
Nice. Gotcha. And then, so did you just see like a route towards, building a social presence as being one of the easy, like the maybe easier or quicker ways to maybe get more involved in it, into the communities and into the business side of things?
Yeah, definitely. So when I started, I didn't have I had the Lebanese Twitter account, but I didn't have a Web3 Twitter account, right? And I was basically just a little bit on Discord when I started into NFTs, and I found like I'm missing 90% of everything because I'm not in the right place, right? And you know how they say your network is your network? That's definitely true in Web3. Like, the more connections you have, the more people you know, the bigger you get, you will more likely make it in Web3. So I started working more on my Twitter account, and I don't know, I'm doing good, but I've been about 6 months now.
Yeah, you've grown a pretty big following, which is awesome, and I see you're involved in a lot of things. So I wanted to touching on the Lebanon and how like you've experienced firsthand the negative effects of political corruption and just censorship of journalism, all of it. Just kind of explain those experiences to us. How has the corruption affected financial markets? How has it affected traditional living conditions and stuff like that?
Okay, first of all, this is my favorite podcast so far because you guys are asking me those questions, and I love talking about this.
Well, good.
Because a lot of people, they have their establishment safety net right there for them, okay? So this is why they still use the more the more government approved stuff, the more government approved workplaces, or government approved apps, or whatever, right? But like I'm out there trying to educate people. This net it can be taken from you at any second, and you don't want to end up like me falling down on the fucking floor, right?
Yeah.
You would want to build your own net, have your own asset. Actually owning them means so much to me because, okay, so I used to be a psychologist, right? I used to work with kids who have special educational needs for 7 years. And then I was saving up for myself, I'm a, I'm 30 years old. I need to save up for a future for myself, for a life for myself. And then I wake up and the banks say, hey, fuck you. Your money is gone. And I'm literally nothing. I've been only working for 7 years, but imagine people my dad's age. Those people have been working for, I don't know, 30, 40 years and all that. Yeah. So this safety net can be actually built by us in Web3, right? So if you use it properly, but like don't put your money in centralized exchanges and then start telling me, oh, they locked us. Centralized exchanges are Web3 banks. They're not really banks. Yeah, they can lock you anytime they want. But if you actually like own your asset and put them where you own them, you can avoid all that shit show, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the good thing about Lebanon right now is that we pay zero taxes on crypto, so I'm getting the good side of.
Wait, what?
Yeah, we don't pay taxes. We have no government, Mozy. What are you talking about? No government.
Dude, I'd have to use my citizenship more.
Yeah, exactly. I think you should delete this from the podcast. I think zero taxes now because our government is literally shit. Hey, government, if you're hearing me, you're shit.
Yeah, sure.
And yeah, but like, I'm gonna tell you something. So I was very involved in the revolution that happened in Lebanon, and if you guys don't know, we had a 2 year full-on revolution, burning fires on the streets, and um, can you say okay, and
Protest,
flashing,
rioting, yeah.
yeah, all of it, right? Throwing molotovs at banks, shit like that, and I'm a rebel, okay. And when I stopped that actual revolution, I felt something really missing in me, but I found it in Web3 because when you're in Web3, you're actually doing a revolution against every single government, against the traditional monetary system, which is like my favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
I know we gotta fight CBDC and all the regulations and shit, but we're ready for it, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. We were just talking about CBDCs and the whole FTX collapse, and I've been saying for weeks now that I thought, like, with everything Sam Bankman-Fried, his family, the tie-ins with, politicians and this and that, it was kind of like almost an easy excuse for them to now introduce CBDC. So it makes you think about, who was really promoting this project and kind of making it get such a bad headline for the crypto space and stuff like that. It's crazy, man. Like Web3, and I love how you're explaining this for people. It's like so many governments around the world are they limit your freedom of opportunity of speech just to be able to do normal things without having to abide by their rules. And some rules in some countries, fucking asinine. They just control. It's just full control. And Lebanon is a perfect example of just like the system not giving a damn about the people and just only focusing on the upper echelon and the upper percentage. And it's really sad because my uncle had $1 million in the bank and it turned into $1,000 just like that. And it's just like trusting in these fiat currencies around the world. Lebanon's not the only country that suffers like from political corruption and just financial manipulation and all these different things. So many countries suffer because of this. So I really applaud you for understanding and trying to educate people in Lebanon. It's important.
Yeah, thank you. And listen, so this is not only a Lebanese problem or Middle East problem, right? This actually showed and got highlighted here because they couldn't treat it under the rug for much longer. But I don't think there is even one country that can still manage their monetary system properly in a sense, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, and so I think the whole FTX thing is a personally, right? Like, call it delusional, but I think it's a whole setup plan for us to go into regulations. I've seen this before. I've seen it happen in my country and a fucking legit bank, and FTX isn't different than a bank. When you connect a certain any exchange or bank or
Run by Lebanese internet. See the rug. See what we're talking about?
sorry guys, again, I live in Lebanon. We have the shittiest connection here. So go ahead.
It's okay. When you went deaf, I was just like rugged by Lebanese internet. That's what I just said.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
What were you saying?
I was telling you that so I really believe that this whole thing was planned. When you connect any centralized monetary exchange or bank or whatever, anything that has to do with money, to any political figures and political what
And we might have to stop talking about politics. Yeah. I don't like us talking about it. I don't think they do. I don't think they want us talking about this. We keep running into issues, like talking about the real stuff.
can we change the subject?
I mean, I think the main, no. Keep saying when you trust your money in centralized powers, let's get it out before they censor you.
This is what will happen, man. This is what will happen. So, fuck all the establishments, fuck all the banking system. Man, I'm not afraid to say it, and I got my place in here, and I live in Lebanon, but we literally trashed the banks physically, right? I am afraid to talk about the virtual exchanges. So,
What else could they take?
nothing. Exactly. Like, they can't take anything from me. So, and be careful of the people that have nothing to lose, right? That's something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I mean, I guess we can all agree because FTX is like, that's like Web 2, Web 2.5. It's connected to crypto, but like you said, it's just a bank. At the end of the day, centralized service. I was taking people's money and doing with it exactly what big banks do in the traditional system. Yep. So
Not with your keys. Not your keys, not your coins.
Yep, absolutely. No, so I mean, Web3 seems to be like the route, right, to get to this detachment from the existing kind of societal and financial restraints that we see on people across the world, right? I think you would agree with that.
Yeah. Let me tell you one more thing, okay? Me coming from where I come from, first of all, I was so lucky, like I had the advantage of because I fell hard, I had the advantage to actually learn everything that is to learn about DeFi and Web3 because I have to, and I always say this. For some people, crypto is a choice. For me, it's a must. I don't have any other choice, right? It's a must. It's one out. If this is why I'm always saying, guys, fight the regulations, fight the things that's coming, fight CBDC, because this is my only option. I don't have any other option. But other than this, it's the how do we say this? It's the censorship, right? As well.
So I was going to ask that. So is that what you see one of the biggest like obstacles that gets removed when you're using like a decentralized economy? Censorship, friction.
Totally. So when the revolution in Lebanon was happening, we had a website that was made by a bunch of people, right? Regular people, anonymous people, to just connect the politicians into a big web of all the companies that they are like working together and all their finances and stuff like that. And back then, the government censored this website because it like was shit for them, right? Uh, yeah, and now using ENS domains, I can actually open an exact same one that cannot be taken down by any government, or no matter what they do, they cannot take it down, right? So this is, and it's huge for me because I'm into um having my like this speed down. But again, like we're still using centralized platforms, right? We're still using OpenSea. OpenSea is banned in my country, by the way. I cannot access it. So yeah.
What marketplaces can you use?
Looks Thread. That new one. What was the new one called? I forgot. I'm basically on LooksRare and like opening different wallets if I need to do fast trading because the volume is on OpenSea. But yeah, I'm trying not to use OpenSea as much as I can because fuck them too.
So fuck centralization. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
love to hear your passion. I'm fully Lebanese, so I resonate with everything you're saying. Family's up to the same things. I hope to go to Lebanon next year. I have a lot of family there still. Let's
Yo,
talk
if you
about.
come, you should definitely hit me up if you come, yeah?
Yeah, definitely. And I want to talk to you about a project that I want to do to help kind of unite more and bring more Middle Eastern cultures and Lebanese people specifically, just help them understand more about this. You're probably already doing that yourself, educating people, but trying to do it on a like a bigger scale. Try to reach as many as possible, right?
Come, man. Count, man.
Perfect. So I wanted to talk about your involvement. I see that you are heavily involved in Ethereum name service, ENS, and director of operations at Domain Plug, also a community manager. Just maybe give our viewers a base breakdown of what ENS is, Ethereum name service, and like why do name services matter? Because we've seen many different name service systems, license plates, websites, different things where people want to claim words or a tag that they could refer to in a brand or something like that. So explain the importance behind ENS for our viewers.
Yeah, definitely. So what are we using right now? We're using Zoom.us, right? That's a domain. Can this whole thing be happening without this domain? No, it can't. Okay, so that's, and Web2 domains are actually, they're not Web2 domains. They're the traditional domains are .coms, right? And people who invested back in the days in .coms, I don't know if you guys know like how much each domain sold for, right? It was insane, and it's still happening to this day. You can still flip traditional domains.
Tell our viewers, give us a little example. Tell us about a domain sale, like just to kind of put it into perspective, how highly sought after these name services and domains are.
Okay, like there was a 4 digits domain. I think it was 4444. I will look it up right now and correct myself. It sold for $17 million. Voice.com sold for $13 million. 13 million. 360.com sold for $17 million. NFTs.com sold for $15 million a couple of months ago. I'm talking millions of dollars.
And why do you think these price tags have been put on these domains?
Because there can only be one Facebook.com and there can only be one Tesla.com, right? If do you think Elon Musk would have wanted the Tesla. Z or whatever?
Underscore Tesla.com or something.
Yeah, underscore hyphenated I don't know, dollar sign, teslaflag.com. No, if there is only one great word, and that's tesla.com. And that's
So,
and that's
so what you're saying is domains are non-fungible. They're immutable. They cannot be replaced. There's only one. Scarcity comes into play. It's simple supply and demand. If there's only one of it in the whole entire world, so you see that how value, kind of, and that helps people understand NFTs more. It's like if these domains, just because there's only one of them and it's a scarcity factor, are selling for this amount of money, if there were companies that are building real shit and they have their own NFTs and there's only one of them, you could see that the value would flow into that NFT accordingly, right? That's what we're seeing with Bored Ape. That's what we're seeing with all the blue chip collections. It's just, scarcity, and then like the more credibility and value add by the company, the higher the price of the NFT because of the immutability of it, right?
exactly. And that's talking about traditional domains. Now, if you go into ENS domains, and why I'm so bullish about ENS domains more than I was ever bullish about the traditional .com domains, and because there's actually the actual utility behind them. So ENS domains, first of all, they are NFTs, right? So let's get that. So you know how NFTs, you can connect anything to it, right? And so you can do that as well with the ENS domains. So first of all, instead of having a wallet address of OXCSSBD, whatever, 47 characters, I would just have Threadgirl.eth as my wallet address. Okay, and that's like the most basic utility. And then you can you can build website on them. You can reroute your ENS domain to a website. Okay, do you have okay, use your phone, write threadgirl.eth on your phone right now. Do that for me.
All right.
Threadgirl.eth.lemo, sorry. Threadgirl.eth.lemo.
It says D's not.
Got you. So
I'm like, what the hell?
so I rerouted my domain, and like I made a joke all of Twitter, made a tweet saying, guys, I just built my own website. Redbeard.it was no one. Check it out, right? And I'd say redirect. I redirected this to, you can redirect it to whatever, right? But you can actually build on it. And what you can build on it is what we were talking about earlier. Anything uncensored, right? It cannot be taken down. Because it's actually yours and because you actually own it. A lot of cool stuff that you can build on them. And aside of flipping them, which is the obvious, right? You can flip them for crazy amount of money. And lately we've seen a lot of brands buy their ENS domains. Looks Rare bought their ENS domain a month ago. Budweiser got Budweiser.eth. They also got beer.eth, and they had their Twitter handle changed to Budweiser.beer.eth. And what does that mean? It's a subdomain, right? They made a subdomain out of beer and made a Budweiser.beer. So I got Threadgirl.eth, right? I can issue you a subdomain right now, Web3 experience.threadgirl.eth, and you would actually own that and have that to your wallet. And now we're gonna have the like when the full subdomain system is done, we'll have it as an NFT in your wallet, right? And people can actually come to my wallet and create subdomains for themselves out of any domain I own and pay me like $10 a year or $50 a year. That if I don't want to sell the basic subdomain, if I want to keep, if I don't want to sell the initial domain, if I want to keep it, I can actually like sales of domains. And what does that mean? I have family names, right? Okay. So let's say, okay, you got cool cats, sure. But let's say your last name is cat, fine. And now I own, and I have cats. Now I own the whole family because any person from this family who wants to have their last name, they need to come to me and buy it off me, which is why I would never sell any of the last names I have. This is passive income for me in the future. And if you believe in Web3 and you believe that in Ethereum and you believe that this network is here to stay, that means you need to believe in ENS domains, right? And there is a lot of different domains out there which I'm not bullish on, and there is some that I kind of like, but ENS domains have been my favorite since I started, and it's my passion.
Awesome. Nice, nice. Yeah, ENS, I've seen some wild activity in that space of that on, even you talk about the digits, right? Like triple digit club and yeah. The 4 digits. I mean, what are the floors? Do you know the floors to the 3 digits, the 4 digits?
Yeah. Wait, give me 1 second. I think the 4 digits are sitting now at around 1 point something. I'm gonna check now. Okay, so the 4 digits, it's 1.32 ETH, and the 3 digits is
In a bear market.
20. Yeah, 20.49 ETH, the 3 digits.
All right, so I'm going to explain this for viewers. 3-digit ENS domains are going for 20 ETH and above, right? 20 ETH is around, $25,000 or something like that. Now, each right now in a bear market with ETH at like lows for the past couple of years. And this is only because 3-digit ENS domains, there's only 999 of them, right? 1,000 including 0. So it's the most like exclusive group of NFTs, and at its core, what NFTs are, right? Just like, digital authenticity on the blockchain, but now ENS is, it's like true utility in the form of NFTs, and this is the most exclusive community on Ethereum, right?
Exactly. And like listen, what you were saying earlier, we know how in the Middle Eastern countries mostly people pay for card plates insane amount of money, and they pay for phone numbers insane amount of money, right? So this is like the Web3 version of it. Right?
It's simply, this is what we need to understand, is the human nature is just that people want to be able to flex on each other. They want to be able to flex on each other in different ways, whether it's a Rolex, your clothes, your car. Now, to me, in the Middle East, a lot of people dress the same, act the same, speak the same. There's a lot of similarities with people. They're all, not all of them, but there's a majority of them who are covered. They wear the same clothes. So you can't flex physical things. So that's when I feel like people's careers and the small stuff like watches are really big there. Like you said, license plates, these small things are different ways for people to flex. And ENS is just like the digital way of flexing in a whole new medium. So it's just understanding that human nature of always being able to want to be the alpha and want to, have, more of a sense of purpose or flexing. It's stupid. It's how society.
And knowing this is why the 3 Arabic digits, Lord, went also high, because people know how mostly, like everyone likes to flex, right? But us Middle Eastern men, we love flex. Like it's our thing. It's in our blood. We are raised to flex. And I even told people sometimes, like, listen, if an Arab buys something, he doesn't care what he's buying. Sometimes he just want to tell his friends that he bought this for that much amount of money. And but I'm not saying anything wrong. I'm Arab. I'm talking about myself, okay? So it is what it is. But ENS, the burra of ENS, or actually when people actually opened their eyes to ENS, it was during the bear market, and we're still seeing a bull run in ENS, and I don't even call it bull run because when the market gets better, you're gonna see ENS domains selling the same as .com domains. It's just that Web3 is still too early and their market is spreading hard. But I'm gonna tell you, if you want the last like 24 hours sales, highest sales of ENS domains, you want that?
In the last 24 hours.
Last 24 hours, we got rog.eth for 30 ETH. Okay. 947.eth for 16.99 ETH. Like that was an offer that got accepted. Hussein.eth 15 ETH.
Wow.
And 10 emojis, emojis for 8.88.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have a Muhammad 8.eth, so maybe that's worth something one day. I also have President of Lebanon.eth.
No, I have Miss Lebanon.eth.
I have President of Lebanon. I have Prince of Saudi.eth. I got a bunch of different ones.
I'm gonna tell you something fun about ENS. So, guys, I'm a rebel inside, okay? I can't just be boring or normal. I don't know. So, anyways, I minted the Central Bank of Lebanon, the ENS domain of the Central Bank of Lebanon, and sent it to the burn address. On God. On God.
In the bags. Petty.
It's on that string. Petty.
That's funny. I love it. Hold on. Before we move on, I wanted you to tell us about Domain Plug. What's the tool concept that you guys have going on there? You work with Bloom Capital to create, some cool tools to help people be able to invest in ENS easier, because honestly, the UI UX on Etherscan and doing everything straight through ENS.app, like the app, is not easy for non-crypto native people, I would say, because I'm a crypto native person and I still get confused sometimes going on ENS's app. So maybe explain how, Domain Plug helps.
Thank you. Okay, so Domain Plug is a Web3 domains marketplace, okay, where you can serve easily to actually buy and sell your domains, right? So first of all, like my favorite feature in Domain Plug is the smart search tool, where you can type, you have Muhammad.eth, right? If I write Muhammad.eth, and I obviously can't afford Muhammad.eth. I know who owns it, and it's not going to sell for less than 300 ETH, I think. So let's say I can't afford it, right? But I want the next best thing. For example, I would see Muhammad.eth, Muhammad1.eth, Muhammad12.eth, Muhammad with Lebanese bank.eth, and so on.
Okay.
And this makes the search much better. And we have the categories that we created, and they are like companies, books, first names, last names, digits, and so on. So if you want to purchase company domains, you can just go to the category and search better in that, Yeah, and we have the categories that people can actually create, right? So I'm interested in a lot of different categories and aspects of ENS domains, right? But I'm not everyone. And we wanted to, we call it the people's marketplace, because people can do whatever they want on that. So let's say I'm listing Threadgirl.eth, which I would never list and not will say. But I want to list that in category, I don't know, queens of whatever, ENS queens, whatever. Why? I can create that category when I'm listing it. And when you go search in the categories, you can find that. And let's say there is a group called ENS queens, right? With all the females and ENS that are active in ENS, they can all list their names there. For example, we can have a group chat or whatever, So
on many marketplaces, yeah, with different categories.
yeah,
It's really easy for people to navigate through. That's awesome.
so we got a valuation tool coming as well that can evaluate your domains. Let's say you have, I don't know, whatever, what we experience that it, and you don't know how much to list it for. Obviously, uh, if you cannot not take it into consideration, but it's being based on the market sentiment and the recent sales and so on. And we got 1% fees. Like if you sell your domain on OpenSea, they take 2.5%. Our fees are 1%.
That's good. That's good. Definitely. So I noticed this on Twitter, switching it up a little bit, I guess. You started an account, what is it? DJAD News or DJAD Media? So tell us about that. What are you hoping to accomplish there, and what's kind of going to, I'm guessing the focus is going to be on Web3 news, but tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so I started DJAN's news. Just now, it's to focus not on everything related to Web3, just to focus on ENS news, right? So
She has it spelled, hold on, she has it spelled DGen, DEG.ENS in the S news. Cool. Go ahead.
yeah, so we have a big community, right? And I felt like the timeline was being like, you can't keep up with everything that's happening. And I'm very sarcastic in nature, and I didn't want like to focus all of this on my personal account. I said, okay, come on, let's open a new account, talk about the ENS drama, the ENS ups, the ENS downs in a sarcastic way without actually making my account only ENS focused. Yeah, my account, my personal account is obviously ENS focused, but
So this is it was a burner shit posting account. That's what you made.
it's it's a really posting account. That's exactly it.
I love it. Then and you focus on the ENS, just like kind of update with different market buys and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, not even the market buys. I'm focused more on the community side of ENS on BChan's news. And like when I see some people register, like there is nothing as dumb shit to register. Okay, if you're registering something and putting your money in it, that means you have a thesis behind it. And like some things are too dumb. so I trash those as well. I don't want to trash them for my personal account. So I use that account to say, or I see a wash sale, for example. Man, no one's gonna buy whatever KFC for when Web3 111 a Danish flag but eat for 80, right? It's just a fucking wash sale. So yeah, I have fun with that. I don't want to accomplish anything with it except for having fun with it. It's not like it's not never gonna turn into a project or whatever. I'm just here for fun.
So yeah, it's an important thing to keep in mind, especially when we're in downtimes like this in the market. I think a lot of people forget that you're supposed to get out here having fun too, or playing around a little bit. It doesn't always happen to be so serious. Definitely, and that kind of plays into the importance of meme culture. And I kind of wanted to talk about that with you as a sarcastic person yourself, probably a good memer. I don't even know. Is it meme? Is it meme? I don't know. I've been correct. All right, I use meme. So how does meme culture and like getting engagement on social media through Twitter, through like jokes and playing off of like recent events and using recent events to create art in a comedic light, like through memes and like Pepe the Frog and different those types of things. How does that affect value or affect communities? Just explain that to it.
Listen. So meme culture is the Web3 culture, in my opinion. Okay.
Yeah.
It is our generation likes stickers, likes emojis, likes memes. We share them on Instagram. I don't have Facebook anymore because my parents stopped on it, so I deactivated mine. But I don't know if there are memes on Facebook. Um, it's in our culture, right? And we see all the collections that are based on a meme culture. They do well on Domain Club. There is collections called the memes and the collection called NFT Twitter slang, because those are the culture of Web3, because we are vegans, right? Vegans was a bad word 10 years ago. Now it's fucking popular. How did that happen? But yeah, we are vegans. We like weird stuff. We like to have fun. We like to, and it turned into an actual job, right? Not only like director of vibes. What the fuck is director of vibes? Now we're creating a job.
It's an actual job position.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like a thread guy is doing an actual living out of being a director of vibe. By the way, I love this dude. But yeah, so and and we're seeing a lot of projects base their project on him. Why did Steels? Well, why were they able to maintain their floor price? I'm not sharing anything, right? It's a project that minted a year ago, and it's done with.
No, we're talking about Sappy Seals, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, Sappy Seals, just to kind of get people up to speed, Sappy Seals was an NFT collection based around seals that had this social media, they took over. Like they like if somebody says something bashing Sappy Seals, they copy and paste it and reply. Like the whole community kind of just overrides them through like satire, satirical comedy, and they say like arf 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 all over Twitter, and it's like they're very it's like it's built around shitposting and meme culture. However, this business model of keeping engagement and keeping the community strong through jokes and through having fun online has, really helped them keep that floor price up when all these other projects are tanking, right?
exactly. That's exactly it. So yeah, and listen, I got a job offer, right? And it was literally just to post memes and shit post on their Twitter account. And I tweeted something that only in Web3 you can talk about smoking weed all day and talk shit, and you get a job offer out of it. So, like, you make memes and then you get a job offer because you make memes, and you gotta keep up, And I personally love making memes. Like, it's presenting a whole idea through a fucking picture. And Web3 got presented in pictures and NFTs,
Yeah.
right? So like pictures. So what better way? Would you rather write 6 sentences or just have a stick figure or a dog figure, favorite figure, or whatever? I don't know, slapping someone's neck or whatever, right? It's
Yes.
pictures.
Well,
Exactly.
they weren't going to pay you just to make memes. They were going to pay you to be able to interact and connect to a new a new demographic, Web3, because you know how to connect with Web3 people through social media. Typical brands, typical Web2 companies, they don't know how to connect. So they reach out to these people like you, like us, who have been in the space and know how the space reacts to jokes or, how communities react to certain things. So they look to you for your advice. And over the past year, we saw Radio Shack, Blockbuster, all these new companies hire somebody within Web3, like a shit poster, to take over their social media account and start tweeting, like cursing more and posting jokes, talking shit about other companies on Twitter. And these are just ways of just stepping out of their comfort zones in terms of marketing and doing something new because they see in Web3 that projects and communities are building off of the meme culture. So now they're trying to capitalize on it. So like in the future, you and other people that are similar are probably going to get a lot of different offers to help these Web2 companies see things from a Web3 social media perspective. It's a totally new way of looking at how consumers and brands interact with each other, I would say, right?
Exactly. And I know some huge companies are being that hired some people I know. They're not really shit posting and going a radio chat on Twitter. That was insane, by the way. Doing the um daily meme or whatever, just like smooth things. And those tweets are definitely getting much more traction than their tacky, boring sales, whatever tweets, right? So, and that's what they want, man. Likes are money. And if actually Twitter is going to go with monetization, likes are gonna mean actual literal money. So that's what they want. And they want our generation to open our eyes to them and see them. And Web3 is focused on crypto, and the only way to get through that is through the meme culture and connecting culture. But what is connecting in Web3? It's joking around. It's having fun. Your typical tie-wearing geek behind a screen can't do that because he's not into it. He doesn't like it. Maybe he never tried it. Yeah, but you know it. You know it. We know it.
Yeah. So it's not exactly corporate culture. No, it's a little bit different. It's a little front there. And the corporate culture doesn't know how to interact with this next level of forward thinkers and people who kind of see things for how it is. Because I say this in a lot of our episodes, but I think a lot of the Web3 people see the world for how it is. You have a hat that says Lone Wolf on. I said that example in another episode talking about how we're the lone wolf entrepreneurs who are trying to make a difference in the world and see the world for how it is, trying to disrupt all these frameworks. So, yeah. I wanted to touch on meme culture and even derivatives a little. So for those who don't know what derivatives are a play off of like if Bored Ape had a collection and then people like the art or the theme, they kind of knock it off, I would say. So it depends on their intentions, but they create another collection using the same traits or the same themes and kind of just use that IP in a different way and then try to create their own collection off of that. It's a derivative of the original. And oftentimes we see this fail miserably because they're just literally copying them and it's a cash grab. Or there's scenarios like what you're involved with, Candy Republic, which is a really cool project that uses a single theme and adopts art from other collections and brings it into that theme, right? I think maybe your partner do my doodle in a candy or the banana, like with the colors.
Canadified.
Yeah, it was bananified. And I want to put that in the video. It's pretty. I'll put my regular doodle in the bananified doodle. And it's like this alternate dimension in Candy Republic where now my doodle is of this theme and it's in this new community with the same art. So kind of explain derivative and how you guys are building it.
Yeah. So derivatives in using something, same traits, whatever, from a successful project, right? The way I personally treat that, by the way, is just mint it and sell it on the spot. Those never last. But Banana Candy, by the way, he's Lebanese as well. He's an insane artist, right? With so much potential. He's my very life friend, which is why, like, I told him I'm definitely in with the project with you. Like, I believe in him. And he dropped two collections, one derivative collection and one other collection. It's also a derivative, but different theme, right? And he sold both of them out, by the way. Then it's on Foundation now, not on OpenSea, because guess what happened? So OpenSea like the whole platform was banned from Lebanon, right? We used to access this via VPN, and then they banned our personal accounts. And imagine what happened to an artist, man. His whole collection went down, and he started reaching out to people to send them like their NFTs, like the one.
They're not.
The,
Nah.
yeah. It was very bad. So anyways, now he's actually doing his own collection that is not a derivative, it's a real collection, Candy Republic, but it's based on he has a color palette of yellow, blue, and pink. You've seen those, and the bananas. I have a banana on my seal as well. And he's using those traits with his collection, but building actual real life utility behind it. And he's been in Web3 for so long, and like he knows what he's doing, And a lot of his holders were telling him, "Come on, drop your connection, whatever." So he said, "Yalla, let's do it."
Yeah, I was seeing some of the sales. He sold a few for over 1 ETH, a lot of them from like 0.35 to 0.75. So yeah, it was pretty cool. Good art. I like it. It's clean. It's clean. I saw that banana on the seal profile picture. It was good. Yeah, I was laughing at that.
Yeah. Everyone asks me, why do you have the banana on your hat? Like, are you always thinking about bananas? Dude, it's banana fight. Banana fight. And I paid more to banana pie my scene than I actually paid for my original scene. So
Shout out Wasabi Seals. It's a fun group. It's a fun community. So outside of banana finding our NFTs, I mean, what are we excited for? What are you looking forward to, like in the NFT, the Web3 space, over the next coming years? Obviously things are a little slow right now. I think a lot of the hype is dying down, but that means the real innovation gets to take place, not a lot of the distractions. So what are you looking forward to with that?
okay, so I'm looking forward to seeing more apps that are decentralized, more platforms that are decentralized. Uh, I'm done with profile pictures, to be honest. I want to see more actual utility, more mass onboarding, this kind of stuff on bullet on. And by the way, like the market has been down for everything, but I didn't really feel it because I was in ENS Domains, so I was trading that when everyone was saying, "Oh, the market's down." I'm looking, where is the market down? Can you see that it fails every single day? Like the market isn't down. It's a little bit down for ship points and odds points. That's bad. Well, yeah, I'm looking to see more technology. Meta getting into Web3. We saw Google do some cool steps right now. If you research a wallet address on Google, wait, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you something cool. So a lot of companies, a lot of big names are getting into Web3, right? And I feel like those are gonna create a lot of opportunity for us. But the better thing we're gonna see is from the community itself, because big company and big tech and PCs, they're not gonna create something for you. They're gonna create something that we are the product of, as they always did. But what the community can create is actual decentralization. It's what we're going to see in the near future. And I've seen a lot of people do some very cool stuff recently, or start work on some very cool stuff. And like you were saying, the bear market is for build this right. And I feel when the bull starts again, we're gonna actually experience what was Greek built in the last year or 8 months or whatever. So yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I still think we're in that Web 2.5 stage, right? And what you're looking for is for us to fully hit that Web 3 stage, where we have protocols that are seamlessly interacting with wallets, and we could jump into different platforms easier and, less friction. And we were talking in our last episode about their two paths, like decentralization and centralization, both on the blockchain. And you were talking about Meta. And I think, we're still yet to see how Meta really flows in. But there's one thing that Meta is going to do is draw a lot of attention to blockchain. Even if they're trying to steal a lot of the attention into a centralized blockchain, more people are going to understand the blockchain, right? So then as there's an onboarding, people are going to start seeing, wait, maybe Meta and this centralized blockchain is still the same shit that we've always dealt with, but just in a new technology, right? Maybe I should look at these other decentralized protocols that have been building for years, and yeah, I think Web3 is coming soon, but we're not there. We're not Web3 yet, but we're almost there. Next 5 years, I think, 3 to 5 years, I think we'll start seeing stuff really.
You literally just said like the most accurate thing. We are in Web 2.5 right now, but the mass onboarding is gonna be in a Trojan horse, right? They're not gonna know that they're in
Bro,
Web 3.
It was
Like Reddit.
yes, I was just about to say, like, Reddit. Reddit didn't even know they were buying NFTs, but they bought it.
Digital assets. What the fuck is digital assets, bro? It's an NFT.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's the buzzwords, and it's how the media portrays it through, the articles. And we talked about in other episodes just how NFT's been beaten dry.
Presentation.
Yeah, I mean,
That's why my company is in shitcoin trading or shitcoin analysis, digital asset research group. It's all about the presentation. I'm researching digital assets over here. Not shit.
That's his white collar name. Exactly. So listen, while I'm with my friends recently, and they tell me what you do, I also try to say white collar words, right? I deal with digital assets, trade digital assets. Man, I'm gambling NFTs, so that's what I'm doing. But you want to use those like light words, and Trojan horsing mass onboarding is it like when we see Instagram,
Yeah.
and when you can have a wallet on Instagram, this is when shit is gonna go wild.
soon, you think? I think that's coming soon, he said. It's already happening. It already happened on Twitter. I mean, yeah.
And you can already post your NFTs on Instagram as a NFT right now.
Yeah.
But like you don't have actual wallet access and
Yeah.
great stuff of it. But yeah, it's a good thing and it's a bad thing at the same time, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like it's a good thing because my ENS domains are gonna start pushing a lot of money because people are like they want to get their names right, and so it's gonna be good for ENS domains. But I think it like you said, it's gonna take it to a more centralized path. But maybe people from there can find their not
Correct.
at.
Yeah. I mean, in time, the centralized powers are always going to reveal their true intentions, right? They're always going to, in some way, they're going to show that they're manipulating that system the same way. And it's just being able to educate people and have them notice.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. And you about to say something?
No.
Do you have anything else to add, Lance?
No, I mean, I'm excited to see where it all goes. I have a few ENS domains myself, and obviously I think, maybe now with the price of ETH dropping and people getting all scared with these exchanges collapsing, maybe it's the time to start looking at some of these ENS domains. I know, I'm not biased, all ever, but you want to check them out, see if there's some funny words, or maybe you catch a deal on something that means something to you, Mm-hmm.
Definitely. And like, try to drop, if you want my advice, okay, not financial advice, to go all in to ENS domains. wink, wink. But if you want my advice personally, try to drop global offers, even if you see something listed for high or whatever, or listed even for 1 ETH or 10 ETH or 100 ETH. Drop a global offer, 0.5, 0.7, whatever. See if it catches. Some people really want to sell some things right now. There are a lot of speculation about ETH going down to 900, 700. I don't know. People are afraid, right? We are in the afraid territory right now. And some people need liquidity. So I've been dropping a shit ton of offers. Some of them are getting accepted. Some of them aren't. But, we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, that's great advice. That's great advice. There's a lot of people in bear markets that are looking to find any liquidity, and a lot of these markets are liquid. But like you're saying, ENS is one that's always seemingly having that volume and staying liquid. So if you could find something that you think could be valuable, hit them with a lowball offer. Maybe you stumble on something that could be a diamond in the rough in 5, 10, even 15 years, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's not allowed to, I personally barely have anything listed, and I'm waiting for minimum 1 year before I start selling stuff. I sell casual stuff here and then just to stay liquid. But the main things I own and my grains, in a sense, those I would never sell right now. Why would I want to sell something right now for 15 ETH if I can sell it 8 months from now for 80 ETH? Why would I do that? So and this possibility is I really believe in it. By the way, I really believe in it to my core, and I bet a lot on it. So if you believe in something, we'll put it to the end. I see you have a Bored Ape. Would you sell it right now, or no? You believe in the ecosystem. You believe in what they're doing. You believe in what they're achieving. And if you get a chance to buy one right now for a good price, you would buy one and another because you actually believe in the ecosystem and what they're doing. And I believe in ENS the same way, but I believe it has more utility than what a study for the.
I know conviction is important, and I'm gonna put lowball offers on all of your shit just to see if your conviction is real.
Do it. I'm getting global offers every single day, by the way. I don't even look at them. It gets frustrating.
Well, I'm gonna spam you then.
Yeah, go ahead. I will have fun.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. This was a fantastic episode.
Absolutely. I think great learning a little bit more about ENS too.
Yeah, I've always wanted to get more involved, but thank you for breaking that down for us and, giving us your journey in the space. It's very unique. So thank you.
Yo, thank you so much. I really enjoyed this. I was a little bit anxious because I never talked to you guys face to face at first, but it was an amazing episode. I can't wait to watch more of what you guys are doing. I did watch your first episode. Insane one, by the way. So thank you for having me. And yeah, can't wait to see what you guys are going to be doing.
Thank you. And I'll see you in Lebanon next year, hopefully.